Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Oh yeah, I didn't wear any makeup. I didn't want to. I hope everybody's doing well today. Bill, I wasn't waiting on you, but I did start later for you as per your bribe yesterday, which was well received and appropriately executed. I hope that everybody's doing well today. Sorry, I took a phone call there. Why is it asshole day today? It's asshole day in court. It's asshole day on my phone. It is asshole day. Why? Why was I not informed that that's what the day is today? Hi, Vicky. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I worked very hard today. Oh, so hard today. Oh, you're reminding me, Courtney. Is it a full asshole moon, Adam? That would make fucking sense. Also, I'd like to just point a little something out here. I received a text message from the man who texts me the most in my life. My ex-boyfriend. Ugh. Let that be a lesson to the men. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, and he sent me a, I guess like a Google montage of photos. You know how Google or YouTube or whatever it is, Facebook, like montages your photos together? Jonathan, you're an asshole? Then you're in the right place. Anyways, I was sent a compilation of my, some sexy videos and pictures. And I was like, damn, your freaking thing's a pervert. But you don't give it much else to work with. So, speaking of working with, we have a lot to do tonight. He wants to shack up again. We already live together, Brooklyn. We already live together. All the hassle, none of the ass. Anyways. But I worked very hard today. Very, very hard today. And I got so many different courts. Where was this one? Yes, so the one that we're going to watch today is quite long, so we have to get right into it. That's what the whole point of that little story was. It's a quite long video, so get the fuck into it, would you? Okay, do it. As we know, and now I acknowledge every day, I hoard court. It's a personal problem. It's more like a personal state of being that I am in every day. Today, I hoarded... Oh, I'm reminded of kidney stones. Okay, a little bit extra before we get started. A little bitty good one before we get started. Hi, Rose. This is just a little 4-minute... Oh, you're a KTZ fan? Oh, you know what? I actually don't think most people are assholes. But even if you are, Jonathan, you're
Really
welcome.
took my taxes this year.
Oh, bitch, shut up. She's an asshole. I'm speaking, ma'am. You want to talk, get your own YouTube channel, get your own court case, and then talk about it. But until then, But seriously, Jonathan, we have a lot of fun around here. Speaking of, I didn't grab a drink. I'm gonna need to do that because we have this and then about an hour. So.
Really took my taxes this year.
Did you hear that, guys? They took her taxes this year. She's pissed about that. Pissed. I know, Rose. I saw your message. I was so busy. I had my phone recording at one point. I had my frickin'... Oh, drink water. Thank you. That's a good idea. I have my phone recording. We're trying to figure out if she's in a bunker or like a back room of a workplace. It appears that she's got some like schematics on the top shelf there above her. Look at Christopher! Judge,
All
wait.
right. The 14B District Court is back in.
You ain't back in session before we say thank you to Raw Dog Yogurt 2025. That's a callback to a show we talked about where my roommate was raw dogging yogurt or cheese or something. He was raw dogging something. Anyways, thank you so much, Christopher Engleby, my friend. I appreciate that. They took her. Oh, I forgot to deal with that. Why, Streamlabs? Are you doing it twice? I appreciate it. I guess it's a double thank you day. You know, like double coupon day? It's double thank you day.
Session, the court will recall the case of LVNV Funding LLC versus Aaron Tackett, also Aaron House.
Yep.
08C4607.
So Judge, we were able to speak in the breakout room for a little bit. I did advise her what the underlying debt is for. I gave her that information, and then a third party kept on trying to talk with me during the breakout room proceeding, and I didn't feel comfortable being with a medium. So we did give her the information of what the underlying debt was for.
Okay.
Like a psychic medium? It wasn't me. I know I interrupt all the time, but it wasn't me this time. And the top shelf is styrofoam cups in a clear tube. Love it. Yeah, such vocal fry. Vocal fry. My eyes look so different when I don't have makeup on.
Ms. House, are you now aware of what the underlying debt is for?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. But I've never had a Capital One card. That's the thing. I've never had one.
Right.
Never.
You should seek out legal counsel because filing an objection to the garnishment is not the proper procedure for that. So that motion, an argument would be denied. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds like you guys didn't make other arrangements in the room for how to pay or what's going to happen
I mean,
next.
if he's willing to do that, I would like to.
Yeah, but you keep having someone else talking, and we
Ma'am,
are.
it's because I'm very, very sick and I'm having very bad anxiety. I'm passing kidney stones right now. Like literally, I'm passing kidney stones. So, I mean, I can talk to him and have nobody else say anything.
You don't seem to have a problem talking over me when I'm talking, Miss. So the reality is, Mr. Popoff, I can, I'm gonna deny her motion regarding the validity of the red. So I'm gonna deny that, but she can still file a request to enter into an installment payment, or she could file a motion regarding the judgment in this particular case, if she so chose. I'm not saying it would win. I'm just saying those are her options after this. I don't know if you want to continue to try to talk to her or what.
Judge, I think at this point, I believe the objection is for a wage garnishment. I think we'll proceed with that, and if she'd like to file a motion for an installment payment order, we can kind of entertain it from there.
All right, so ma'am, I'm gonna deny your motion today, your objection today. You're gonna have to file a formal request for an installment payment. Or, like I said, I can't give you legal advice because judges can't give legal advice. If you want to attack the underlying Capital One debt, you need to probably look for a lawyer or file something regarding that, okay?
Okay.
All right. Are you gonna prepare an order to that effect? Oh, I have it. I have it here. I will prepare the order and sign it.
Thank you,
We're-
Judge.
That was just that little snippet. Now let's get into the real deal, the whole shebang, what we are here for. By the way, have you ever seen anybody appear from court currently passing kidney stones? She sounded like she was also at work, so that was confusing to me. Kidney stones, very painful, very painful, very painful. Anyways, man, oh my god, so much court today. So much court all over the place. That case, it was good. But it's not the one that we'll watch right now. Maybe we should. I don't know. We're not watching that one right now, even though it was the OG one that I was going to go for. But then these people started talking, and I thought, baby, no, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So firstly, I was immediately taken by the fact that this girl's name was Princess. One of our runners up here, and it just got better and better from there. So let's watch together. MB's here. Let's watch together. Also, MB, oh my god, well, we won't have time to watch it today, but I caught a case today where the AG was sharing his screen and somebody was sending Teams messages to him at the same time. And at first I thought it was like an AI legal thing because it was like objection, hearsay. And I was like, who the fuck is messaging him? And he was like clicking away from them pretty quickly. But then somebody wrote, oh my god, 4:30 with this judge, and they used the judge's name. Like, I would be dying or something like that. And then he left it up so long that the judge was like, you may want to pull that down. I'm seeing people write messages. I was like, oh fuck. Oh, at first I was like, does he have like some plug-in that's listening and like telling him objections? No, it's some nosy Nancy on Teams.
Yes, Your Honor, and I also have a no party after this, but yes, number 2 first.
I don't think I'm doing any no parties today.
Okay, that's fine too.
I'm just kidding, Miss Sweet.
Hiya, Sarge. How are you doing? Buckle up. This is our case for the evening, and it's a doozy. It's a doozy with some twists, some turns, some backing the up, all of it.
We're hearing cause number DF 2414022, Allen Young and Bledsoe. With the parties in the Allen matter, please unmute yourselves, turn your cameras on, and raise your right hands. Mr. Allen, okay. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Mr. Allen?
Yes.
And Ms. Bledsoe?
Yes.
You may both lower your hands, and Ms. Sweet, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are here on an order in suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and this will be the final hearing. There are, I believe, no agreed terms. So if I may begin by calling Ms. Bledsoe.
You may.
Ms. Bledsoe, what is your full name?
Princess Bledsoe.
And your child, what is your child's name?
Amaya Young.
And how old is she?
7.
And do you recall that we did have a temporary orders hearing back in the beginning of February of this year?
Yes.
Do you understand that at that time the court ordered that you and Mr. Allen Young were joint managing conservators of your child?
Yes.
And the court had also specifically declined to find family violence against either of you. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Are you in agreement with continuing to be joint managing conservators with Mr. Allen Young?
Yes.
And if Mr. Allen Young no longer resides out of state, are you in agreement to maintaining your child's residence within Dallas or any surrounding counties?
Yes.
And do you recall that the temporary order gave Mr. Allen Young possession of your child 1 weekend per month, but no overnights?
Yes.
If Mr. Allen Young does reside within 50 miles of you, are you still requesting that are you requesting that there be supervised visits for maybe the next 5 visits?
Yes.
Do you understand you would have visits with your child the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month?
Yes.
Are you requesting that his mother be the one to supervise those visits?
Yes.
Do you want to keep those visits from 8 a.m. on Saturday to 5 p.m. on Sunday?
Well, the first, third, and the whatever weeks that you said.
First, third, and fifth weekends for 5 weekends. Yes, from
Yes.
8 a.m. Saturday to 5 p.m. Sunday. Is that what you're requesting?
Yes.
Are you requesting those exchanges take place at his mother's residence?
No.
You still want the exchanges to take place at that Walmart in Rowlett per the temporary order?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that after those first 5 visits, then Mr. Young would have your child based on a standard possession schedule without any supervision?
Yes.
And as long as he lives within 50 miles of you, he would have your child the first, third, fifth weekends, Thursday evenings, alternating holidays, and 30 days during the summer. Do you understand that?
You said Thursday evenings?
Yes, Thursday evenings when school lets out up until Friday morning.
She has summer school, so I don't know how that will work.
Okay. So you're in disagreement with the Thursdays? Or is it the summer possession?
He will have to drop her back off after Thursday so that she can go to school.
Yes. And then are you in agreement with the standard possession schedule?
Yes.
Do you have any personal knowledge about Mr. Allen Young's income?
No.
Do you know where he works?
I guess. I think.
Okay. And where does he work?
By the way, this is my leftover coffee from this morning. It looks like a iced coffee. Well, it is now an iced coffee, but I didn't make it. I literally just poured it from my normal coffee cup. What was left over because I'm out of creamer. Coffee cream. I don't drink the fake stuff. I drink the real stuff. Anyways, I'm out. And this is the last coffee, and so we will enjoy it. And already I drink my coffee like fucking, apparently pretty white. It's almost like a flat white, mate. I don't even know what a flat white is, but one day I'll go to Australia, and one day I'll get one. Mate.
Gray Star.
How do you know he works there?
He told me before we broke up.
So he's been working there for some time.
I believe so.
Mm. And what month and year did you separate from Mr. Young?
I believe October 2023.
Why do you believe it was in 2023?
That's when I left the state of Washington.
Okay. And you're certain it wasn't any time in 2024?
I'm certain.
Did you ever go back to live with him after October of 2023?
No.
Did you visit him after October of 2023?
In 2024, he came to Texas for our daughter's birthday.
And so the visits from the temporary order, have you had any verbal altercations or threats with the exchanges?
No.
And during the first visits, there was some confusion as to which Walmart. Is that correct?
I think it was the most recent visit. He went to the wrong Walmart.
Okay. And it is the one on Lakeview Parkway in Rowlett.
Yes.
So due to that, did you actually and with your child's request as well, did you let her stay the night that this previous visit?
Yes.
Actually, Bill raises a good point. Did Dathan pass out? No, but it becomes very, very important what happened to Dathan coming up. So stay tuned because, yeah, good eye. GOODEYE, good eye, good eye, good eye. Oh, also good eye noticing that I'm fat. I love it, by the way.
How many other children does Mr. Allen Young have?
One that I'm for sure of, and I guess a possible another one.
Okay. How old is the child that you're sure of?
8.
And possible other child, you know about how old that child is?
I believe 4 or 5 months.
Does he have another 7-year-old?
No, just our daughter.
So 2 kids.
Does he have a 6-year-old?
Does he have a 6-year-old? Does he have a 7-year-old? MB, I love you. And yeah, I am PH fat. So are you for being a supporter for 17 months. That's PH fat if I ever heard it. Also, I'm driven to properly set up the stream so that I can put the comments on it. But my brain never figures it out. Anyways. Where is Dathan? He should be listening to this. It's very important. She's explaining how many kids he has, but we find out later on there's some disagreement on the subject.
Technically, no.
Okay. Why do you say technically no?
He was adopted
And how do you know that?
because we adopted him together.
And when you say you adopted him, do you mean you gave that child up for adoption?
Yes.
And so you both terminated your rights?
Yes.
And apologize. How old is your daughter?
7.
Does he he does not have an 8-year-old, or he does have an 8-year-old that you're aware of?
Yes.
Okay. How is your child currently covered as far as health insurance?
Medicaid.
Do you recall that the temporary order required Mr. Allen Young to provide private insurance for your child through his employer?
Yes.
Have you ever received an insurance card?
No.
Are you requesting that that you be required to continue to maintain that government medical assistance for your child?
Yes.
If that's what the court orders, do you understand the state is requesting that Mr. Allen Young pay cash medical support of $75 a month beginning June 1st?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Do you understand that if the court does order a government medical plan, that the state is requesting that Mr. Allen Young pay cash medical support of $75 per month?
She can't be on both the insurance and the Medicaid.
If there's not private health insurance available at a reasonable cost, you understand, or do you understand the state's proposing that then there be government medical for your child?
Yes.
Would you prefer that your child be on a private health insurance through Mr. Allen Young's employment?
I would prefer the Medicaid.
So you understand that if the court does order that government plan, that the state's requesting $75 a month from Mr. Allen Young for cash medical?
Yes.
Do you understand that payment will begin June 1st?
Well, I'm sorry, I meant to say no. I'd rather just have the Medicaid and him not have to pay for the insurance.
Okay. Do you understand that cash medical support would be paid to the state?
Oh, to the state. Yeah, I would still, if I could request that don't happen.
So do you want your child to remain through private insurance and you get to keep the government health insurance? Is that what you're testifying to?
If possible.
Do you understand that any additional healthcare expenses that are not covered by insurance will be covered by you and Mr. Young 50/50?
Yes.
Do you understand that in the event that Mr. Young is required to pay, or excuse me, required to maintain health insurance but fails to do so, that he's responsible for 100% of the costs of any healthcare expenses?
Yes.
Um, Based on income information made available to the state. There's one moment. And with credit for two other children, do you understand that I've calculated child support as being $549?
Yes.
Are you requesting that child support be set to that amount?
Yes.
Was Mr. Allen Young working at the same employer when y'all were together?
I believe right before we broke up, yes.
Do you know what month and year he moved back to Texas?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, John, one moment. Since y'all separated in October of 2023, has he provided you any necessities for your child?
Yes, a few times.
Okay, what did he provide?
A box of clothes. I think twice. Clothes and 2 pairs of shoes.
How much for the shoes? Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
How much value would you attribute to the clothes and shoes that he provided to you?
About $120.
And is that total?
Yes.
Did he ever make you any electronic payments through Cash App or Zelle or the like?
Let me try to remember. Yes, actually, twice for her dance recital.
How much total?
I believe one was like 100 for her dance outfit and 60 for her class.
Did he provide you any other electronic transfers of money?
Not that I can remember.
Did he provide you any cash?
No.
Did he write you any checks or make any other bank transfers to you?
No. I forgot that last year, February, on her birthday, that he did provide for he took her shopping.
He took her shopping. Paisley changed the speed. Now we've caught up. caught up. And it gets fucking crazier. You guys will not believe it. I'm looking at the notes I took during this hearing. First of all, most of the time the notes that I take are like quotes of what people have said. And there are so many. I'm flashing that at you guys. You can't see it. KTZ in the house. I will read one that we're going to hear coming up. Nah, Judge. Which was the other one? Oh wait, here we go. Calling me out by my name. I can't explain what that means. Believe me, these are coming up. But even worse and more. And I don't want to reveal what happens, so stay tuned and check out KTZ's channel. And thanks for sending people over here, buddy. Appreciate that. Bruh? No, bruh? No, there seriously is, but it's so bad. It's so bad if I say it, it'll ruin it. But it's just all over the page. And the first biggie is coming up.
Do you understand then, after credit, the state is proposing a retroactive child support judgment from October 1st of 2023 until until February 10th of 2025 in the amount of $9,053.
Yes.
Are you in agreement with that judgment?
Yes.
Would you be in agreement to Mr. Allen Young paying that judgment at a rate of $95 per month?
Yes.
And to reiterate, there was he had never made any large lump sum payment to you between October of 2023 and February of 2025. Is that correct?
Yes.
You understand that Mr. Allen Young will be billed for court costs by the District Clerk of Dallas County?
Yes.
And do you recall, in the temporary order, you were granted the non-disclosure? You remember that, correct?
Yes.
Has anything occurred since the temporary order, as far as threats, harassment, or abuse?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Has anything occurred since the temporary order regarding threats, harassment, or abuse?
No.
Are you wanting the non-disclosure to continue?
Yes.
Can you briefly tell the court why?
I guess just for
Sorry about that. I might be.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ms. Bledsoe, please.
Just to keep drama down.
Do you believe that him having your address would cause you any harassment, abuse, harm, injury?
Yes.
Okay. And why do you believe that?
Just because of past incidents.
When was the most recent past incident?
But when we broke up, I guess before we broke up. You mean like to my address?
Yes. So the temporary order did require a phone number and email address. So this is just regarding your physical or residential address. So did anything occur that would lead you to believe that him having that address now or in the future would lead to you or your child being harassed, abused, or harmed or injured?
Yes.
Okay. So can you explain the incident when it occurred?
I believe it was the beginning of 2023. He came to my house.
So that was over 2 years ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Were the police called?
Yes.
Was he arrested?
Yes.
Were any charges filed to the best of your knowledge?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
Do you know the outcome of any criminal proceedings?
No.
What did he do?
He me and my daughter was out searching for daycares, and I guess he popped up or something, and I wasn't home. My son and my brother was at home, so he broke through the door of my house.
Girl, lead with that. Jonathan, Drunk Beaver Productions. You must have felt me thinking about you just the other day. Hi, it's so lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. You're just in time for the shit show to begin. Thanks for 17 months. That's the second thank you. It's a double down kind of day.
Was this before or after y'all separated in October of 2023?
Well, technically we were separated since then. We were both living at his mom's house because we were both homeless. So like, I guess we were technically still separated, but living together.
And when did you stop living at his mother's residence with him?
In October 2023.
So when it came to your address, it was actually his address too?
And when he broke down the door?
Yes.
No. This was not his mother's house. We lived together after the incident because we both literally had nowhere to go. So we had to go to Washington. Well, we went at separate times to Washington and stayed in the same house before I left.
So despite that incident, you still moved in with him though?
Yeah.
Were there any other incidents that you wanted to mention to the court regarding your request for a non-disclosure?
Yeah, just was it this year? No, last year. He didn't know where I lived. But he did threaten to come to my house and do some stuff. So that's the only reason why I don't want my address disclosed.
Are you in agreement with the electronic communication provision continuing where he gets to call your child 1 hour beginning at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays?
Yes.
Have those conversations gone well?
Yes.
Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Ms. Bledsoe, did he exercise all of his visitations in the temp order?
Yes, I believe
Did
so.
y'all have any incidents?
No.
And during the temp order, one of those times you let your daughter spend the night with him?
Yeah, he had picked her up late, and his family was also with him, and my daughter, they didn't get to spend a lot of time together, so my daughter called and was asking if she can spend the night with him, so I allowed her.
And was there any problem when she spent the night?
Not at that time, no.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Sweet.
If I may call Mr. Allen Young.
You may.
Sir, if you could get on camera and unmute yourself.
Uh-oh, where is he? Now, where is
Mr.
he?
Young, Mr. Allen Young?
Mr. Allen Young. Drunk Beaver, it's so nice to have you here. Y'all.
Your Honor, he's not appearing on screen either. I'm not sure that he's...
Let's take...
Oh, there it is.
Hold on. Mr. Young.
Yes.
Where have you been?
I'm at work.
Mr. Young, you're in the middle of
I've been
a hearing.
listening.
No,
sorry.
sir. No, sir. You're in the middle of a hearing. You can't just walk off. This is court. If you were standing in the courtroom, you would not be allowed to walk off. You have to treat this just like we're in a courtroom, sir.
I apologize.
Go ahead, Ms. Sweet.
Sir, what is your full name?
I'm sorry, me? Allen Young,
Yes,
Dathan
sir.
Allen. I'm sorry, Dathan Allen Young.
Did you hear any of Ms. Bledsoe's testimony?
Yes.
Okay, did you hear all of it?
Yes.
Hold on, Mr. Allen Young, I can only see the top of your head, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Are you in agreement to the electronic communication, the Wednesdays at 7 p.m.? Are you in agreement with that continuing?
No, ma'am.
You don't want to call your child Wednesdays at 7 p.m. anymore?
I feel like I should have more than just Wednesday.
Okay.
I feel like I don't agree just one day out the week.
Your Honor, the connection's kind of unstable. It's breaking up a little bit. Would he be able to turn his camera on?
I'm saying I don't. I'm just saying I don't agree with one day out the week. No, I do not agree with having one day out.
Mr. Young, can you turn your
Yes,
camera
ma'am.
off so we can see if we have a better connection if you turn your camera off? Now, can you speak for me?
No, ma'am, I do not agree with the one day ruling, the Wednesday at 7 p.m. No, ma'am.
Have you made all of those phone calls Wednesday at 7 since the temporary order?
No, ma'am.
And you do recall that there was a temporary order signed by this court February 10th of 2025, correct?
What was the order regarding to?
So do you recall the temporary order that was signed by the court in February?
No, the court order that was telling me last time we came to court, that court order, that was like you get calls on Wednesday, that order?
So this is the entirety of the order. Do you recall anything regarding the temporary order, that there was even a temporary order?
Yes, ma'am. I do remember the order, like I was gonna start making payments. I remember some things about it.
Okay, sure. Are you in agreement with being joint managing conservators of your child?
Co-parenting, right? Yes.
So each of you have rights and duties of a parent to receive information and make decisions regarding your child's health, education, and welfare.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And your child currently resides with Miss Bledsoe, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in agreement with her having the exclusive right to determine your child's residence?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What county do you currently reside in?
Frisco, Texas.
Okay. Do you have safety concerns with your address being included in the order?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall that there was no non-disclosure for you, though, in the temporary order? Do you remember that?
Yes.
What safety concerns do you have with Miss Bledsoe having your address?
Drama.
Okay. Has there been any dramatic incidents since the temporary order in February?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When was that incident?
We texting and we always texting and having disagreements.
Okay. Have there been any threats?
No, ma'am.
Has she harassed you in any way?
Like, no, not physically.
What about through texts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you give the court an example of that harassment?
Calling me out my name.
Can you explain what you mean by that?
I can't cuss in the courtroom, ma'am, but calling me out my name.
Oh, calling you curse words, is that correct?
Yes.
Would you be in agreement to communicating then with Miss Bledsoe through a family parenting app?
I got her number and her email. That's fine.
Okay. Would you be in agreement then to just your phone number and email being in the court order?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any issues with the exchanges that have been going on at the Walmart in Rowlett?
It would be nicer if we could pick a closer location.
Closer to your current residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a place in mind?
I could pull one up now. I'm not sure where she lives, but if we could meet anywhere in Plano, Irving, as Carrollton, that area, Allen, yeah, Garland, Plano, Allen, McKinney, Carrollton.
Hold on. Would you be in agreement then to the Walmart on Coit Road in Plano?
Yes, ma'am.
I apologize, one moment, Your Honor.
Miss Sweet, right now they're meeting in Richardson,
They are in Rowlett, Your Honor.
Rowlett. Okay.
Apologize, Your Honor. And Mr. Allen Young, regarding your visits, would you be in agreement to the next 5 visits being supervised?
No, ma'am.
So you want your child overnights unsupervised, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. And I would like to travel with her as well.
Okay. Would you be in agreement to the standard possession schedule where you have your child the first, third, fifth weekends, Thursday evenings, alternating holidays, and 30 days during the summer?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall that the temporary order required you to carry your child on insurance through your employer?
No, ma'am.
So you never put your child on your private insurance, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
Are you wanting to carry your child on a private insurance plan through your employer?
I will if that's the cheaper route for me.
Okay, how much does it cost you per month to carry just your child on this case?
I have no idea.
How many other children do you have besides your child with Miss Bledsoe?
4.
Okay. How old are they?
I got a newborn, a 7-year-old, and an 8-year-old. Oh, and a 6-year-old that's technically not mine because I gave up my rights, but I still stay in touch.
Do you okay, but you don't have any parental obligations or rights to the 6-year-old, is that correct?
Not that I know of, no, ma'am.
Okay. And the 7-year-old, that's not your child with Miss Bledsoe, that's another child, is that correct?
Yes, I only had one child with Miss Bledsoe. Well, I have one child with Miss Bledsoe, technically.
So you have two 7-year-olds though, one with Miss Bledsoe, one with another woman.
Yes.
Okay. And that is your all the children are your biological children?
Yes.
Do any of them live with you?
No.
Where are you currently employed?
I'm currently working with Gray Star.
How long have you worked there?
Say 3 years.
And what are you paid, hourly or salary?
Hourly.
How much do you make per hour?
Like $18.50.
How many hours a week do you work?
40.
Do you get any overtime?
No.
Do you get paid commissions or bonuses?
I get random bonuses.
How often are the bonuses?
Like once every 2 months, or no, once every 3 months. It's every period, like 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, I get four a year. So every 3 months, they do the budget and then they do bonuses.
What was your bonus last month then?
Probably like $180. Not last month, but last time I got a bonus, is probably like an extra $180 on my check.
So for 4 months, it's only $180?
3 months.
Okay.
I get 4 a month. I mean, 4 a year because they do it every 3 months. They do a budget.
Okay. So it's $180 for 3 months. That's the bonus?
Yes.
Okay. And it's not $180 per pay period. It's just $180 flat. Okay.
Yep.
Has that been about the rate of pay that you've had since you worked there?
Nope. I started off like 15 and I've been paid more. I've gotten a raise since I've been with the company.
When do you typically get your raises?
I have no idea. It's not like an annual thing. It's when a bigger position opens up and I apply for it, and if I get accepted for the position, it comes with a pay raise.
How much were you making around October of 2023?
Probably like 16.
And when is the next time that you got a raise or promotion?
When is the next time?
Yes, after October of 2023.
When I moved to Texas.
So for over a year, you were making $16 an hour?
Yeah, for over a year.
So based on your testimony regarding your current income, it's around $3,200 per month gross. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's before taxes, right?
Correct.
Yep, a month.
Do you know
Yep.
why your employer would be reporting that you make over $4,100 gross per month?
That's since I moved to Texas.
Correct. So
Yeah.
how is there that large of a discrepancy? Do you know?
I make more money since I moved to Texas.
Okay, so I'd asked you about your current income. Is the extra income, is that accounted for because of the bonuses? Or is it
No.
more?
So this is what it is. It's a property tax. I got a non-deductible property tax and a deductible property tax. Since I stay on the company's property, the 40% that they give me on my housing, it shows up like I earned it.
Okay. So what is the monetary amount of that?
The monetary amount, like, what does that mean?
So including the housing, does the $4,150, does that sound about correct?
So my rent is like 1,800, right? They pay 40%. So the 40%, whatever 40% of 1,800 is, let's just say it's half, $900. That $900 that they pay for me, out of my rent, out there 40%, 20 is taxable, the other 20% is non-taxable, but it shows up on my pay stub as earnings, you know?
Yes,
So
I
it looks
understand.
like I earned it, but it's really a percentage that they took out. It's to pay for the housing.
Would
Those
you be
not
in
exact
agreement?
numbers.
Hold on one second, Mr. Allen. Do you understand, or excuse me, would you be in agreement to Ms. Bledsoe continuing to apply for or maintain government medical assistance for your child?
Okay. So I have a question to that question.
So I'm going to ask that you just that the court may give you time at the end to ask questions, but for right now, if you don't understand something, you can just tell me that. But and I can try to rephrase it.
No.
You want to carry private health insurance? Is that correct?
No. Nah.
So do you want a
Just leave
government
it how
plan
it
or
is for
private?
now, so I can ask my question later.
Okay. So would you be in agreement to the government plan then?
Yeah, however it is, like I already said, I just want to leave it like that until I can ask questions at the end. Yes, just leave it.
I'm sorry. So can I know the nature of your question then?
Okay. So, when we was talking earlier, from my understanding, okay, if Miss Bledsoe was to remove me from child support and withdraw it, she would have to. It would be a process of where I would have to put the child
Okay, Your Honor,
on
I'm going to
my
object to
insurance. So
relevance.
I just wanted to see what that was going on with that situation
Mr.
before I
Young,
understood like completely what I was going to do as far as the insurance and
Mr.
everything.
Young, all of that is irrelevant. Ms. Bledsoe has not withdrawn this case, and we're moving forward now, okay?
I was told different.
I don't know who told you.
Miss Bledsoe.
We're in the middle of a hearing. She is
Yeah.
not allowed to withdraw this case. First of all, this is not her case. This is the Attorney General's case. They filed it. They get to decide when it gets dismissed or non-suited unless somebody comes up with a valid legal reason to dismiss it. And then I'll decide. Okay?
No.
Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be okay with you, but that's how it is, sir.
No.
Okay. Miss
Um,
Ms. Sweet, you may proceed.
Thank you. So Mr. Allen Young, do you understand that?
We gotta go back and hear that again. I can't. I mean, I was fucking flabbergasted. Oh my god.
Comes up with a valid legal reason to dismiss it, and then I'll decide. Okay?
No,
Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be okay with you, but that's how it is, sir.
no.
Okay. Miss
Um,
Sweet, you may proceed.
Thank you. So Mr. Allen Young, do you understand that with credit for 3 other children, the state has calculated your support as being $506 per month?
Okay. Wait. I'm paying $506 a month.
So do you understand that that's what the state has calculated now that I've told you?
Oh, okay. Yes, I understand that the state has calculated $506. Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that also, that's also assuming that you're paying cash medical support of $75 per month?
That's assuming that I'm paying cash medical support.
Of $75 per month. And then I got the child support amount of
Okay.
506. So it's 75 and 506. That's what the state has
Okay.
calculated. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. 75 plus 506.
Okay. And so what are you requesting that your support be set to?
I would like for it to stay how it is.
Okay. And is that per the temporary order that you're referring to?
Yes, ma'am. The temporary order is perfect.
Okay. And so that's $384 per month. Is that what you're requesting child support be set to going forward?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like that's comfortable for both parties.
And what month and year do you believe that you and Miss Bledsoe stopped living together?
The summer of last year, like after July 4th.
Okay. And why do you recall that day or
Because
time
I
period?
remember vividly going to the park with all the kids in Washington to pop fireworks.
Okay. And that was 2024, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where were y'all living at that time?
In Washington.
Do you recall when Miss Bledsoe then moved to Texas?
It was a while. It was soon after that. It was soon after that.
So can you give a month and year?
Let's say August, September. School was already started.
So was your child enrolled in school?
No, ma'am. She wasn't in school until her mom took her back to Texas.
Was she enrolled in school in 2023 or 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. She was also enrolled in school in 2024?
Yes.
What school did she attend in 2023?
I don't know. I don't know what school she goes to now.
Okay. Have you since August or September of 2024 given Ms. Bledsoe any support for your child? So the time period we're looking at, I apologize, is from August or September of 2024 up until the beginning of February 2025. In that time frame, had you given her any cash payments?
Cash? No, ma'am.
Did you make any electronic transfers through Cash App, Zelle, or even just a
No.
bank transfer?
Well, like it was little times, but mostly no.
Okay. So did you make any small payments?
Yeah, it's like but I don't keep track of those. That's just cash, but I do keep track of everything I do for my daughter.
Okay. So did you give any Miss Bledsoe any money or support for your child?
Yes, ma'am. But it's like, not consistent money. It's like, oh, she asked for a couple dollars, I get her a couple dollars. Hey, your daughter need this. I give it like that.
How much would you say that you spent between the August of 2024 and February of 2025?
Spent or sent to her?
Spent on your daughter?
I want to say over $3,500.
About how many payments does that reflect? Or how
Oh
many
no,
shopping or item
yeah,
purchases does that reflect?
it goes as far as from shopping to food to activities, you know what I'm saying? When we spent time together, expenses. Oh, I'm not even counting like traveling expenses to get to her and all that. But yeah, just making sure she having a great time when she with me, toys, all that. I just add everything from socks, drawers to toys to food to gatherings to anything we do when we're together.
But did you give any money to Miss Bledsoe?
Uh, no, not often, not really.
Okay.
Mr. Young,
Yes, ma'am.
you didn't give mom any money during that period of time, but you say you bought things for your daughter. Well,
Yes, ma'am.
these things you bought, did you send them to her mom's house for her mom to keep, or did you keep them with you?
They're with her. Everything goes back
Okay.
with my daughter.
Tell me how much you spent on those things, not on food that she ate when she was with you,
Yes,
not
ma'am.
on a good time, not on gatherings, not on any of that. Just things that you bought, clothes,
Clothes and
shoes.
shoes. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. 1800 is a good number.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So Mr. Allen Young, going back to this question about your pay, how you've been making less in bonuses or housing when you still worked in Washington?
Yes, I was making way less.
Okay, and is that because there was no housing allowance when you were in Washington?
No, I wasn't staying on the property, and it's they just pay me more to work in Texas.
Your Honor, if I may have one moment. Were you still receiving bonuses every 3 months
In Washington, yes, ma'am.
for $180?
No, it fluctuates. It's not always $180. Sometimes it can be $120. Sometimes the bonus could be as little as $40. If the bonus goes off of what the property does within that period, within that 3 month period, it goes off the property's budget. So like say the company gives us gives the property like an $80,000 budget, right? The $80,000 is for those 3 months to if something breaks on the property to repair floods, leaks, roofs, windows, anything on the property, right? If after the end of that period or whatever, they take what's left and it counts as a bonus. So the better we keep the property up and the less money they have to spend, the more money, the more higher the bonuses will be.
That's awesome,
So
Jonathan.
after
Vicky's
credit and using the
smoke free for a while.
months that you've testified to, do you understand that the state has now calculated a retroactive support judgment of $727?
Whoa, it's a lot more money.
And that's a one-time judgment. It's the total judgment amount.
Oh,
Do you
like that's a
understand that?
one-time payment?
Miss Sweet,
I'm
what did
sorry.
you use to calculate that judgment?
That's a $16 an hour, Your Honor, as previously testified to, for 40 hours a week, plus a $180 bonus for every 3 months, 4 times a year. And then with credit for 3 other children and no credit for any health insurance, as none has been provided privately by either party.
Okay.
And that is,
Ooh.
Your Honor, I apologize, from August 2024 up until February of 2025.
Okay. What month does mom say they separated?
Mother testified that they separated October of 2023.
Okay.
Mr. Allen Young,
Hold on, October of 2023?
Yes, Your Honor, they are 2 separate years.
And he says August of 2024.
Correct, Your Honor, they're very far apart on that issue.
Okay.
Mr. Allen Young, do you understand that you'll be billed for court costs by the district clerk of Dallas County?
Unfortunately, yes, I do understand.
Um,
Can we
so
split court costs?
had you provided any proof of the living arrangements at any point to the Office of the Attorney General since February of this year?
No, ma'am. I haven't provided any proof of living arrangements.
Okay. Was she on the lease at any point in Washington?
Oh, no.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass the witness. I would like to recall Ms. Bledsoe.
You may.
Ms. Bledsoe, did you hear Mr. Allen Young's testimony?
Yes. Can I say something?
So I'm just going to ask a couple questions. So what state were you living in for the beginning of 2024?
Texas,
What month and year did you move to Texas?
October 2023.
Do you have any supporting documentation that you provided our office since we had a temporary hearing in February of this year?
Have I already sent something?
Yeah, had you sent anything before or after February 2025 to our office showing your residency during any period of time before this case was brought?
No, ma'am. I've been trying to send in evidence. I have evidence that both of my kids this year, 2022, 2024, 2025, and 2023, 2024, they went to school in Texas. We just left Mesquite, Texas. And then the last court proceeding, we both agreed that he came to Texas last year of Amaya's birthday. He came from Washington. We were already in Texas.
So is it your contention that if any retroactive is ordered, that it should be from October 2023 until February of 2025?
Yes, ma'am. I've been in Texas.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may have one moment.
I believe her. But this goes off the rails so fucking far, you guys won't even believe it. We feel like we're close to the end here, right? I'm making dinner tonight with all the things in my pantry that are in sight. And a little bit of might.
So Ms. Bledsoe, did you hear Mr. Allen's testimony regarding the amount that he spent on things for your daughter that have then been sent back to your house?
Yes.
Would you agree or disagree that the value of those items was $1,800?
Disagree.
Okay. Is it still your contention that the amount spent on clothes and shoes was around $280?
Yes, but these are two different times. He's talking about the first time he got her since the court order. That's when he sent stuff back with Amaya, not before then.
Okay. And what stuff was sent?
He sent her with some shoes, some clothes, and some toys. I'll say about being nice, maybe about $800 worth of stuff. Maybe.
And is that total before and after the temporary order?
This was during the temporary order, the first visit.
Okay. So, but before the temporary order was only $280. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, do you understand then that based on your testimony, months credit, that the state is, if the court finds that that's correct, that the state's proposing the judgment be $6,217?
Yes.
But you also heard Mr. Allen Young's testimony and understand that if the court finds that the judgment based on his testimony, that the retroactive would be $727.
Yes. We won't be able to show any proof since I left Washington not last year, but the year before last.
Hold on one moment. So would you, do you also understand that, based on, Mr. Allen Young's testimony regarding, 3 other children, that the state has calculated his child support at $506 per month?
Yes.
And would you be in agreement to have Mr. Allen Young having your child based on a standard order right off the bat, or you still want it supervised?
It could be standard.
Okay. So you don't want supervision for the first 5 periods? You're fine with him having her overnight without any supervision, is that correct?
Yes.
Would you be in agreement to him also having a non-disclosure of his address and just his phone number and email being included in the order?
Yes.
Your Honor, I pass the witness. Your Honor, no
How
further
many
witnesses.
months are you calculating for mom in retro?
17, Your Honor.
This
That's from
becomes
October 2023
painful.
onward, and it's also taken into
October
account
2023 through what month? Because I get
February of 2025, the day of the temporary order, Your Honor.
that's 17 months.
Yes, Your
October, November, December,
October of
January,
Yes.
February, March,
2023
Yes,
April,
Your
to
Honor,
May,
because it's-
October of
August, September,
2024 is
October.
12 months.
and
And
then
then October to February is not 7 months. October to
sorry,
February
Your
is
Honor,
5 months,
my
I think.
months. So October, November, December of 2023 plus 12 in 2024
November,
plus another
December.
2. That's how I was getting it, Your Honor.
February. It's
And then January, February, and then October, November, and December. I was counting from October, the entire month of October 2023.
You're
from
just saying
October of
months.
2023 to October of 2024 is 12 months. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. So it'd be October 2023 to September 2024 is 12 months. Because you
Ms. Bledsoe, when did you move in October?
It was towards the beginning of October when I came back to Texas.
But you did live in Seattle for some time in October.
In Spokane, yes. October 2023, not 2024.
2023. Okay. So do 12 months and then November, December, January, February, 4 months. That's 14 months, correct?
So it's 12 months plus 4 is 16 months, Your Honor.
I mean, that's right. That's 16 months. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Your Honor. 5 and then
And how many months is he doing?
The fucking craziest part about this, oh, I love udon noodles, MB. I make the meanest udon noodles with some really delicious sauce. But here we go. At the exact same time that I was recording this, on my other phone, there was another court having basically the exact same discussion. All I could hear were months being thrown out. February, March, October, 12, 18. I was just like, this is ridiculous.
Oh gosh, Your Honor, I just had that number.
Also, I have good ramen, my emergency ramen.
From August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months, Your Honor. Before any credit, Your Honor, if it were to be the 16 months, this is taking into account the child also born during this period, one of Mr. Allen Bledsoe's other children who was just born, it is $6,106, and that's without any credit for anything, if it's 16 months.
So I need you to calculate it at 10 months.
10 months, yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
These nudes are the best. Make sure to get the black ones because it's the beef bone broth. and it's the best.
$3,760, Your Honor.
Got them at Walmart. Hate to say it.
And I need you to give him credit for $500.
It's $3,260 judgment, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the suggested pay rate, Your Honor, would be $66 a month.
Okay.
Also, you can get them in the packets as well, but I like it in the cup because then I don't have to.
Do you have
clean
any
the
other
bowl.
witnesses, Miss?
No, Your Honor, no further witnesses.
And that was $66 a month?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's about to throw a wrench in this, don't worry, but there's 2 packs of sauce in this, and I think this is $2 Canadian, so probably $1.50 American, $1.25. Worth it though, seriously. This ramen is very good. Now I'll have to eat it. Oh dear.
Okay. Then I will make the parties. You were done, is that right, Miss Sweet?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe so.
Is there anything else that either one of you want to tell me quickly?
Oh, I got one thing to say. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What is he required to show proof that he has another 7-year-old other than Amaya? Because he doesn't.
He says he has another 7-year-old. I don't have any reason not to believe him. I don't know if Miss Sweetnam have shown that he shown them something that says he has another 7-year-old. He testified to it under oath, so he's subject to perjury if he doesn't have another 7-year-old.
Okay. So if it's proven, then it'll be a problem on his end.
If it's proven,
if it's not proven, I'm sorry.
Well, that just means we'll recalculate his child support if you find out he doesn't have another 7-year-old, or if the state finds out he doesn't. Mr. Young.
Yes.
You have 2 7-year-olds?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their names?
Khalil and Amaya.
Khalil is the 5-month-old.
Well, we not.
Oh my God.
So what's the 5-month-old's name, Mr. Young?
Me and his mama, we don't got a relationship.
I didn't ask you about you and his mama. I didn't ask you that. I asked you what was his name.
His name is supposed to be Jonathan.
What do you mean his name is supposed to be Jonathan?
Look,
Mr.
it's a
Young,
complicated
come back.
thing.
Mr. Young, stop playing with me, okay?
I'm not.
Stop playing with me.
I'm not.
How many kids do you have? Tell me their
4.
names and their
I have
ages.
4 kids, miss.
Tell me their names and ages.
Okay, so I have Taj, that's my oldest. He's 8. After Maya, she's 7. I have another son named Jonathan. He's 7. My youngest son is Khalil. That's the one I just had. He's a couple months
But you
old.
just
I
told
could say
me that
5
the 7-year-old's name was Khalil.
No.
Okay, and so you say Jonathan's name is supposed to be Jonathan. What do you mean it's supposed to be Jonathan?
The mama was talking to another dude, the paternity, a whole thing, but the child got my last name.
So do you see this child?
Yes, ma'am.
When's the child's birthday?
April 5th.
What year?
2017? No, 2018.
Mr. Young, you're making me think you lying to me now because you're playing.
2018, miss, I got a lot of kids. I'm sorry. I probably got one on the way. So in a couple months, we probably gonna have to recalculate again.
Okay. Miss Sweet,
Yes,
I'm sorry to do this to you, but we're going to do another temporary order.
Yes,
and we're going to reset this to June. And Mr. Young needs to give us proof of this fourth child.
Okay.
So I will do a standard visitation. The parties will be joint managing conservators. There is a geographic restriction. There'll be standard visitation. Government health insurance, cash medical support, $75 per month. Child support, $506 per month. All other matters will be reserved for final hearing. And the non-disclosure is granted for now. Exchange location will remain as the exchange location was in the temporary order. Mr. Young, we're not playing games here. This is serious. This is a court. When you say things to the court that are not true, there are consequences, sir.
I have 4 kids, Miss. I would
Okay,
have
so
5
what
if
I
I could
need,
claim the other one.
Mr. Young, I need you to get me a birth certificate of that child or something from that child that shows me that you're that child's father.
Do my best. I say it's complicated between me and the mama.
Mr. Young, you either give me something or you don't get credit for them, okay?
I get some pictures or something. I don't know. I'll do my best.
Anyway, is there anything further, Miss Sweet?
Is it non-disclosure for both parents' addresses only?
For now.
For now, yes, Your Honor, understood. Trying to make sure I don't forget anything.
It gets worse.
There was a lot, Miss Sweet.
No, nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
No, there was one more
Give
thing.
me a
Apologize.
date.
Yeah, I was gonna say the date. Let's see. For June. A moment. June 23rd.
I set this up.
Miss Sweet, give me an in-person day in June.
In-person date. Yes, Your Honor. That's much easier.
In-person.
The first in-person that we have,
come in
Your Honor,
person.
looks like available. We could do June 3rd, Your Honor, or the
June 3rd
17th
is fine. This case will be reset to June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. You will both need to be present on that date and at that time. Do you both understand?
Yes.
If you're not present, a default order will be entered against you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, yes, sir. Your question.
I can't come in person.
Mr. Young, because you keep playing, I need you in court. So you
I
either come
cannot
in
come to
person
court,
or
Miss.
you'll get defaulted, sir.
Well, default me because I can't come. It's not. I'm gonna lose my job. I can't come.
Okay, Mr. Young. There's nothing further, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you.
And
Your Honor,
sweet. Oh,
I do have one more with no party, so this one should be.
And then Paisley hit the button and she said, "Holy fuck, that guy is a piece of work." What a crazy case. And guess what? We got 2 more tomorrow that are gonna be just as crazy, including allegations of somebody pulling a pew-pew on them. And I'm gonna try and figure out how to put that in the title. Plus another one that I can't remember now. So that's tomorrow. It's gonna be a later show. Think 6:30, 6:15. Think 6:15. Okay? 6:15. That's Paisley time or Pacific time. You know. I'm sending you over to Colin's show. I think he's already up and at him, so go say hello. Thanks for being here, Drunk Beaver Productions. We missed you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I know that my day could get better, but what is that, Eastern? It's 3 hours ahead. Is that the same time as you, John? Shit. I get off work tomorrow at 5:30 and I need about half an hour to get home. So, and I got about an hour and a half of a show. Just being honest. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Do me a favor, remember that I love you and I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Bye.
Ways down and ready to